Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Kira and today I'm going to be giving you guys some study tips and some study note guides and also note-taking in class guides. So we're in the midst of school and there has been so many tests. Like this upcoming week, well, as I'm filming this, it'll probably be over by the time this is uploaded. But this upcoming week I have 2 math tests. And then the week after that, I have a biology test. So it's a lot of tests, and I need to make sure that my thoughts and also the material of the unit is very organized so that I can study it the night before the test or a few days before the test so that I'm ready for the test. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is my study note guide. So it's split up into 3 sections. The first section is for the key notes, the most important part of the unit. The second section has the subtopics in the unit. And on this paper I only put 3 because I could only fit 3, but of course, like if you use multiple papers and there's multiple subunits, you can have that as well. And then the last part is for a practice textbook question. So in biology, there's textbook questions as well as in math. Some subjects obviously won't, but just like a practice test question, you could put anything there. So I'm going to show you it now. So this is what the study note guide talks about. So there's the first section, the second section, and the third section. And of course, like you can use multiple papers. Everything depends on how big the unit is. So this is just a simple little guide that you could follow. And remember, everyone learns in different ways and everyone likes to organize their notes a different way. This is just how I like to do it. And if you want to try it out, try it out. If you think it wouldn't help you, that's fine. Don't try it. Okay, so this next thing I have is for in-class note-taking. So in class, teachers like to give long lectures or slideshow presentations about the topic or the subtopic or whatever. So in class, I also split this into 3 sections. So one section is for all the side notes. So like the main ideas, like questions you might have that you want to look up later, connecting points to maybe other subunits or whatever, and also diagrams, because those are very helpful when I'm studying. If I have pictures of something, for example, like in biology, if you're studying like the heart or the lungs or whatever muscles, having a picture of it and being able to label all the different parts is really helpful for learning. And then the second section is just for all the notes, so the main lecture notes. So you have it in concise sentences, you can have abbreviations, lists, and add spaces so that it's easier to read and look at. And then the bottom section is the summary of this unit or subsection. So it's the most important information, the information that you're most likely going to need for the test, and just also use it as like a quick reference area. So like right before the test, if your teacher's like, all right, you have 5 minutes to prepare for the test and then we're taking it, you can just quickly look at this section and be able to refresh your memory on everything in the unit. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like in class note taking. You can see the side notes, the main notes, and then the summary section. And in some classes you might not even have to use this because some teachers give you like a paper where it's like fill in the blanks according to the slideshow. So you might not even need that, but I think the summary part is the most important part. So now I'm going to give you guys some studying tips that I've used. So I put them all on this little sticky note, which is actually one of the tips. Use sticky notes. Doesn't matter the color, bigger sticky notes, smaller sticky notes. You can use whichever ones you like. But this is very useful for putting like main ideas on or small important parts that you need to remember. It's very important. So you can put it on a sticky note, and that might help you remember it better. So the next tip I have is to use colored pens. So here I have all sorts of colored pens, and they're also all different brands and styles of pens because that just makes it more fun. So I have a red pen, a pink pen, 2 black pens, a blue pen, and a purple pen. And I feel like using different colored pens, or even highlighters for that matter, I have 3 different highlighters, it just helps you keep attention and like makes you actually want to do it because it's fun, it's colorful, you know? So it makes your creativity flow and it makes you want to actually study because it's not just a white paper with gray pencil or something. You know what I mean? So the next tip I have is to take breaks when you need. This is the most important thing to keep motivation and productivity. If you don't take breaks, you're going to burn yourself out and you're not going to want to study. And then when the test comes the next day, you're going to be like, crap, I was on TikTok all night because I burned myself out early on in studying. So don't do that. We've all been there. Don't do that again. Okay. So the next one is use diagrams. Like I said earlier, diagrams are really, really useful and are kind of like a mind trick for tests. Because if you have photographic memory, you can, by seeing a diagram with all the labels on it, you can like take a mind picture of it and then on the test remember it that much easier. That always works for me. Again, everyone is different, so that might not work for you, but that's always worked for me. The next thing I have is to snack. Now, it doesn't have to be like candy or something. It could easily be like nuts or like little granola treats, whatever. But I feel like snacking, again, it just keeps your attention on the thing. You're not thinking about other things, as well as drinking water. Water and snacks, it just keeps you on task, and it also gives your mind a little bit of a break when you're like eating because you focus on something else for a second, so it's like a little break. Next tip I have is to do practice test questions. So if it's for a certain unit, you could Google it and do practice tests for this unit, for this grade, or you could just look in a textbook and do practice questions. Even if you've already done the question before, just doing it again to make sure that you have all the steps and you know how to complete it is very useful. And the last thing I have is to have an organized space to study. So don't study in your book. I mean, maybe. It's comfortable, so maybe you can. But I would say having a desk is a lot better and having it be like pretty clean so you can have a textbook open, a laptop open, and your paper and go like back and forth. Just so that you have everything laid out in front of you and you don't need to be searching for stuff because that takes away from your study time. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully this helped you and hopefully you're going to go ace that test you have this week because most likely everyone has a test at least once a week. So good luck on your tests. Hopefully these study tips helped you. If they did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!